Good morning. So it has been a crazy week as I have been proofreading and editing and test playing my game, Dark Age of Man, and on the advice of a friend, which I had been thinking about, but definitely took his advice as he has seen my second or third draft of this since making changes a week ago. Anyway, every day I've been writing, proofreading, editing, and tweaking, testing. But on his advice, I went ahead and changed, tried to make the game as unique as possible. So maybe I can avoid the OGL and the OSR. I don't really want to make an OSR. The world is full of OSRs. I want to have a unique game. But to do that, I change vocabulary, jargon, and certain formulas, right? So anyway, I have made Unthar Dragon. I won't share all the details of how he's generated now, but it is different than 3-6 straight down. And I've already gone in and edited all the bounded math formulas for creatures, and I've also added individual weapons now as opposed to simple weapons, simple equipment. I've added individual armor and individual weapon ratings and individual armor ratings as opposed to simple numbers. Anyway, so let's take a look at him. The math here is wrong, so I gotta fix this real quick. I believe that's still late. So anyway, let's do this. So anyway, I've had to change all the nomenclature and the jargon as referring to certain things in game to avoid the OGL, the references to anything related to Dungeons and Dragons or D20, and of course, totally different attribute generation now. So now we have muscles is 12, which is very good. The highest you can start is 14. The lowest you can start is a 4. His athletics is 6, his fitness is 14, his brains is 10, his senses is 6, and his social is 12. His luck score you choose as a foundational number. It can never change. It can go down if he suffers a drain from a creature like a succubus or something. Anyway, 14 is his highest, so we chose that. His health is half of his fitness rating, which is 7. Remember, we round down, so his combat rating is, let's see here, 1828 divided by 3 is 9. His self-defense rating is 6. 2030, again, rounded down, would definitely be 9. And his initiative rating are these two divided by 2, 9. And his field rating is, let's see here, his field rating is 1016. 1028 divided, so his field rating is 9. Got that wrong. Now he has, again, I went ahead and modified this, but this should be 12. This should be 12. This reflects his 4 things. This reflects his mace, his shield, his padded armor, and his plate mail armor. And this is still, actually, what's his, okay, so his initiative is 9. So this would be 8. So this now includes his 4 items that he would fight with in combat. Mace, shield, padded armor, leather armor. Also true, mace, shield, padded armor, leather armor, and of course those 4 things affect his actual initiative rating. So as you can see, his raw ratings are below 50%. If he's in a fist fight with no gear at all, this would be his combat rating. If he's trying to defend himself with no gear at all, and his initiative with no gear at all is pretty good. You can see how much better prepared he is for combat when he's geared up, and of course he suffers slowing when he's laden with equipment. His mace does 1 wound. Remember, all my wounds in the game for the most part are 1, all damage. Now, some creatures and some things can do more than 1 wound, and double damage, of course, from players. Players can actually score double damage hits. So, but both health is basically a wound-based system, right? Shield doesn't have any effect other than on these ratings. His padded armor soaks 1 wound, and his plate mail can soak up to 4 wounds. Remember, when armor is fully uses its soaks, this is rendered to 0, so he can soak 5 wounds before he'll take damage, unless a creature hits him with a critical. And there is Unthar Dragon, And this is my, again, further refining my game, tightening up the writing, cleaning it up, but more importantly, making it more and more unique as I go, so I do not have to worry about the OGL or the allusion to the OSR, as I really am not trying to recreate a Dungeons & Dragons type game. This is a pseudo-historical setting. Every player character is a human, and there are no magic classes. There are no classes or levels in the game, and there is no magic user or sorcerer or wizard in my game. This is based on pseudo-history with some fantastic elements, preternatural, supernatural, so to speak. So anyway, there it is, done. But as you can see, the game is very quickly, just the last 4 or 5 days, taking shape. I have tested this multiple times and tested some combat multiple times. Things are running very well. So anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.